Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and most importantly, Liverpool fans who are currently experiencing a collective aneurysm, welcome back to the show. It's a brave new world out there, and I'm not talking about the impending robot takeover. I'm talking about something far more shocking, far more unbelievable. Liverpool has become a big spender. I know what you're thinking. Is this a joke? Is this a parallel universe where pigs fly and Manchester United win the Champions League? No, my friends, this is reality. We are witnessing a revolution so radical, so unprecedented, that I believe the transfer window server has been hacked, and a Chelsea fan is currently in charge of Liverpool's finances. We're talking about a club that for years has treated the transfer market like a trip to the supermarket after payday. A quick run for a few essentials, maybe a bag of crisps if we're feeling reckless. But this summer, they've gone full-on Black Friday. They're not just buying, they're acquiring, they're collecting, they're making it rain with an enthusiasm that's frankly unnerving. So what happened to the sustainable model? What happened to the "we don't do crazy money" mantra? Let's dive into the glorious, chaotic, and utterly hilarious world of Liverpool's transfer revolution. 1. The Great Spending Spree, a comedy of errors and bankruptcies. Arne Slot, bless his cotton socks, walked into Anfield after Jurgen Klopp left, smiled and said, "Radical changes? Nah, that would be weird. We just won the league." And then presumably he walked into the boardroom and said, "Okay, now that the cameras are off, let's buy everyone. And I mean everyone." In a stunning turn of events that has left rival clubs with their jaws on the floor and their accountants in therapy, Liverpool has signed Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez, and Hugo Ekitike. A cool £250 million. The kind of money you usually only see when you're watching a sci-fi movie about a billionaire building a space colony. And they're not even done yet. They're circling Alexander Isak like a shark with a taste for Swedish strikers, a move that would break the British transfer record. Again, this is a club that just a few short years ago was lauded for its financial prudence. They'd sign one or two players, integrate them carefully, and slowly build a title-winning team. Now they're throwing money around like a drunk uncle at a wedding. It's like they've suddenly realized that the Premier League is a pay-to-play game, and they've just found their credit card after a decade of searching. Liverpool's transfer strategy used to be like a chess player's, calculated, thoughtful, and only moving one or two pieces at a time. Now it's like a kid playing a video game with cheat codes, just smashing buttons and hoping for the best. Jamie Carragher said it doesn't feel Liverpool-like. That's the football equivalent of your parents telling you your new emo haircut just isn't you. It's a gentle, loving disapproval that suggests a much deeper, more existential crisis. This transfer window is the financial equivalent of a midlife crisis. Liverpool has suddenly bought a sports car, a leather jacket, and is now trying to get on TikTok. They've gone from being the sensible, reliable family sedan to a flashy, slightly dangerous-looking convertible. Fenway Sports Group, who once treated every penny like it was the last gold coin in the world, are now acting like a contestant on The Price is Right, shouting all in, and hoping it works out. I can just picture the scenes in the boardroom. Richard Hughes walks in with a shopping list. Wirtz, Frimpong, Kerkez, Ekitike, and maybe a new yacht for the team. Because why not? In the past, the transfer window for Liverpool was like an accountant's annual review. A few minor adjustments, a pat on the back for a job well done. Now it's like a high-stakes poker game, where they've gone all in on a pair of twos, and are just hoping for a miracle. Liverpool's old transfer philosophy: we need one good player, let's wait until the price is right. Their new philosophy: we need players, all of them, now, and we will pay whatever it takes, and then some. I'm pretty sure the Transfermarkt website has a separate server just for Liverpool's activity this summer. It's overheating from all the new entries, like a computer trying to run a game from 2025 on a machine from 2005. 2. The Champions Curse: why champions don't spend. Now, it's not just that Liverpool is spending money like it's going out of style, it's that they're doing it after winning the league. This, as we all know, is a cardinal sin in the world of football. Champions, by some unwritten law, are supposed to be quiet. They're supposed to sit back, bask in the glory, and maybe sign a backup left back for a price that won't upset anyone. I mean, look at the history. You have to go back to 2019, when Manchester City, with a hungry Liverpool breathing down their necks, made a splash. Before that, Manchester United in 2007, and we all know how that ended, with them winning the league again and making everyone else feel bad. The point is, champions don't usually rock the boat. They don't want to be accused of getting complacent. They want to be seen as stable, as a force of nature, not a force of a very large checkbook. But Liverpool? They've thrown all that conventional wisdom out the window. It's like they've read the rulebook and decided, you know what? I think we'll just ignore this part. They are a revolution from a position of strength, which is like starting a rebellion when you're already in charge. It makes no sense, but it's hilariously compelling. The conventional wisdom for champions is to show restraint, to not mess with a winning formula. Liverpool's new philosophy is the winning formula is great, but what if we just replaced half the ingredients with new, more expensive ones? Liverpool's spending this summer is like a chef who just won a Michelin star, and their first move is to fire their entire staff and buy a brand new kitchen. It's bold, it's crazy, and it's probably going to end with a fire. You've got to admire the audacity though. It's like a magician revealing how he did a trick, but instead of explaining it, he just does a different, even more spectacular trick right in front of you. You thought we were done? Look at this. I can just imagine the headlines from 2019. Liverpool signs Adrian, the new goalkeeper. This summer, Liverpool signs everyone. The whole squad, the mascot, the tea lady, everyone. This is the kind of transfer activity that makes you wonder if Liverpool's sporting director Richard Hughes is just a character from a movie who's been given a blank check and told to go crazy. The rest of the league is looking at Liverpool like they've just witnessed a unicorn riding a skateboard. It's a phenomenon they've never seen before and don't quite know how to react to. This is the antithesis of it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is it ain't broke, but what if we just replaced every part anyway? You know, for fun. 3. The Jota tragedy, grief, and the transfer market. Now it's impossible to talk about this without addressing the elephant in the room, a tragedy that has cast a long dark shadow over this summer. The tragic loss of Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva is a devastating blow, a moment of profound sadness that transcends football. And while it feels horribly insensitive to talk about this in a footballing context, the brutal reality is that their absence has left a hole in the team that Liverpool had to address. Jota was more than just a player. He was a game changer, a match winner, and his frequent contributions will be deeply missed. So in the face of this immense loss, Liverpool's transfer strategy has taken a turn that, while radical, feels necessary. They've gone from a stable squad to one in a state of flux, a team rebuilding in the face of unimaginable grief. This is a revolution born not just of ambition but of necessity. They're not just trying to replace a player, they're trying to fill a void. And the sheer scale of their ambition, going for both Ekitike and Isak, is a testament to the magnitude of that loss. It's a strange, heartbreaking paradox. A team conducting a joyous, ambitious revolution, while carrying the heavy emotional burden of a profound tragedy. The loss of Jota is a reminder that football, at the end of the day, is just a game. It's a heartbreaking, sobering moment that puts all the transfer speculation into perspective. Liverpool's pursuit of multiple forwards isn't just about football. It's about trying to fill a hole that can never truly be filled. A quiet acknowledgement of the immense impact of a life lost too soon. It's a transfer window shrouded in sorrow where every big signing feels like a complicated mix of excitement and grief. It's a very human, very difficult situation for everyone involved. The team's talk of honoring his memory and carrying on his legacy isn't just a talking point, it's a heavy emotional burden that will be carried on the pitch every single day. In an ideal world, they wouldn't have gone for both Ekitike and Isak. But this isn't an ideal world. This is a world where tragic circumstances demand radical solutions. It's a revolution born of pain, a strange and complicated mix of ambition and grief. It's a reminder that even in the world of multi-million-pound transfers, there are real human emotions at play. 4. The return of the revolutionaries, Slot and Hughes' grand plan. But let's get back to the architects of this revolution, Arne Slot and Richard Hughes. You'd think that after inheriting a title-winning team, the first thing you'd do is not mess it up. But no. Slot and Hughes have decided that the best way to improve a championship-winning squad is to completely gut it and start again. It's a strategy so bold it's almost stupid. Almost. They've sold off the old guard, Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and brought in a new generation of talent. They've gone from a squad that was a testament to stability to one that's a monument to change. It's like they've looked at a perfect painting and decided to throw a bucket of paint at it just to see what happens. And you know what? It might just be a masterpiece. This isn't just about replacing players, it's about a complete tactical and technical overhaul. Slot has said they need to get better at creating promising situations, which is the most polite way of saying, we won the league, but we were a bit boring, so let's get some sexy players in. The prospect of Wirtz, Ekitike and Isak working their magic is a terrifying thought for the rest of the Premier League, and a mouth-watering one for Liverpool fans who for years have had to endure the sheer reliability of their transfer strategy. Slot's strategy is like an artist who just finished a masterpiece and decides to start a new, completely different masterpiece on the same canvas. It's a move that's either genius or insane, and we're all just waiting to see which one it is. Hughes and Slot are a perfect storm of ambition and audacity. One is a former sporting director who's not afraid to spend big, and the other is a manager who's not afraid to completely change a winning team. It's a combination that's either going to end in glory or a spectacular fire sale. The rest of the league, having prepared to face the same old Liverpool, is now facing a new, unpredictable beast. It's like studying for a history exam and then being given a science test instead. You're completely unprepared and probably going to fail. I can just picture the other managers in the Premier League. Pep Guardiola is probably already overthinking what this means. Mikel Arteta is probably scribbling new strategies on a napkin, and Erik ten Hag is probably just happy that no one is talking about Manchester United for a change. This is the kind of revolution that makes you wonder if they've been planning this all along. Like they've been playing a long con, pretending to be a thrifty club, just so they could pull off this shock and awe campaign. The revolution is here and it's being televised. It's a drama, a comedy, a tragedy, and a high-stakes thriller all rolled into one. And we, the humble viewers, have a front row seat to the madness. 5. The verdict. A revolution of a new kind. So, what's the final verdict on this radical, unprecedented, and utterly baffling summer? Is it a stroke of genius, a calculated risk that will pay off in titles and glory? Or is it a reckless, indulgent spree that will end in tears and a massive pile of debt? The jury is still out, but one thing is for sure: this is not the Liverpool we've known for years. This is a Liverpool that is embracing change not from a position of weakness, but from a position of strength. They've looked at their championship-winning squad and said, good, but not good enough. They've looked at their transfer policy and said, that was fun, but let's try something new. This is a club that's no longer just a team, it's a grand experiment. The conventional wisdom says that this kind of change, this kind of spending, is a recipe for disaster. But as we've seen, Liverpool has never been one to follow the rules. They're a revolution in a suit and tie, a rebellion with a meticulously crafted spreadsheet, and for the rest of us it's just a great big hilarious show. Closing thoughts: the great experiment. So what do you think? Is this the start of a new glorious era for Liverpool, or is it a sign of things to come? A warning that no matter how good you are, you can always be better? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more football banter. And remember, if you ever feel like you've got it all together, just remember that a championship-winning club decided to completely rebuild its squad anyway. See you next time.